So last year my family and I lived in Indonesia, and it was really beautiful, and it was really difficult. And we went there to escape the city and escape this sort of cycle of busyness. And busyness is probably my favourite drug of choice, I guess. It really distracts me from ever thinking deeply on what's happening for me. It makes me feel important being really busy. I think it's quite common in our culture. And so we decided to take a break, and we went to Indonesia, and we did some surfing, we did some yoga, and we did some walking, bike riding, and cooking and eating and speaking Bahasa. And it was really difficult. All the space made me quite mad, and I felt quite lost and frustrated. And I also really struggled being in a country that is where I was sort of participating in this kind of neo-colonizing of like tourism, and it just felt really difficult and uncomfortable. But one of the things that happened while I was there was I started thinking about being female, which is something that despite, I always felt like, oh, you know, when I get married, I'll feel like a woman, or when I have children, I'll feel like a woman, or when I turn 30, I'll feel like a woman. And I just never really did, and I never really kind of, you know, got into that. And I sort of realized that I had spent most of my life being quite tough like a man, which is a really sensible way to survive in this world, because it's not always super safe or welcome to be female, if you even believe in it. I mean, gender's a spectrum, and you know. But I started thinking about the ways that I turned away from my own body and my own experience, because I just felt like I'd betrayed this part of me and treated it with disdain, and even treated other women with disdain, because I didn't like this softness or this. It just felt a bit dangerous. And having had daughters, I look at all of their squidgy, delicious warmth and really regret having turned away from that, and kind of regret this sort of toughness. And actually, there's a Rumi quote that I wanted to share with you that I was thinking about today. Very little grows on jagged rock, be ground, be crumbled. So wildflowers will come up where you are. You have been stony for too many years. Try something different. Surrender. And I really started thinking about this, about unhardening my heart. And so I started piecing together this idea about this story about the mother, about the god mother, sending down an invitation to a young girl to come and pray with her and learn her ways. And she sings her song, and the girl doesn't come, and she sings louder, and the girl doesn't hear her. So the godmother, the mother of the gods, sends an invitation to the girl, and she has a flock of beasts, and she puts them in their mouths and sends them forth to fetch the girl to her. And the girl, who's never heard of the mother of gods, just sees a flock of beasts coming for her and starts to run. And so begins this story of running into difficult places, and running away from and turning away from. So this song's called The Invitation. She sent her invitation in the mouths of beasts. When you are able, come sit at my table, come bow at my feet. You heard their hooves and their howling, so then circling above, but intense and heart racing could not turn to face them, so you run, run, run. Do you hear them? They are coming. You have been running so long. You don't know their name. You don't know their reason. You carry the wounds of your mothers inscribed in your bones. No knowledge to heal them. You try not to feel them till your heart is stone. The truth in your body described as an illness, your prescribed acceptance and told to forgive this. You're aching for something you don't know the name of, and you run from the beasts with medicine in their beaks. Do you hear them? They are coming. You have been running so long. You don't know their name. You don't